I don't like
Is Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you.
Is Big Sam presents
I
Raw.
make this for you.
Is Big Sam presents
I make this for you.
Is Big Sam presents Raw.
I make this for you. 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 I make this for you.
Is Big Sam presents Raw.
Call from
JV.
Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from? Okay,
Yo,
so people
it's
saying
JV.
no, they don't care about that. All right, so we move on. Yes, talk about it, brother. What's up?
Yeah, this JV calling from Milwaukee. Hey, man, I'm going to be real. I know 6ix9ine from up your way in New York, but the dude was talented, but unfortunately, he was a rat. This is not the same degree, so I don't want y'all to segue this like that. Is like a Frank Lucas or nothing, but Frank Lucas died a rat too, and that's controversial. So I think, he definitely should have just bit that bullet because, he wanted to play gangster with them 9 Trey boys down there.
Yeah, I agree. He would have been real respected, man. He would have really went down as a powerful icon had he not snitched. Yeah, had he not snitched. Yeah, right.
You look at Big Meech, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Big Meech held his own blood, and he's doing it to this day. Now you look at how his son is revered in the streets. I mean, for what it is. I know some people not on that, but this is what we're talking about. So it's like, and his son now has the same, probably even more glory just because his daddy held his own. I'm going to tell you a personal story about me and my father.
Go ahead.
My father was in the streets when I was, in 1990. He got booked in 93. So the first 4.5, 5 years of my life, my father was in the penitentiary from one of his childhood friends telling on him that lived across the street off pure jealousy. In that time, they had shot my first dog, a pit bull named Primo, in the head, you know what I mean, in front of my father, and told him, nigga, I dare you do something, you gonna be next. So I don't get the narrative of snitching at all. I feel like, if you're gonna do something streetwise, you gotta take your own bullet, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I respect you. So I want to say too, off the subject of, I've been following Anthony T. Browder, man. I know you had him on before, but that dude is very powerful, man. I just picked up 2 of his books this week. I think you should get him on there, man.
Yeah, I could do that. I had him a couple of times. Anthony Browder is definitely one of the scholars. He's one of the best that we got, especially when it comes to Kemet and the teachings. Yes, I think you're right. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to reach out to him and see what's up.
I mean, I saw some stuff he had on Rock. What's the white guy, Rock Newman? Man,
Yeah.
He was speaking power, man. And my cousin, who was Christian, he couldn't really refute what he was saying. I was telling him, like, man, you got to put that book down, brother. It's time to expand your mind, baby.
Yeah.
Keep that garbage down. Appreciate you, Saw. Keep going.
Peace, brother. Thank you,
work.
man.
I love you.
All right. Brother says SaNeter is jumping on the Tekashi 6ix9ine bandwagon. Love you, though, brother. It's all good. Hey, family, you know what? I prefer not to talk about all of this. I just been getting requests from people. Y'all know I don't really know about that Tekashi and all of that stuff. This is why I got to go to the streets and get brothers like Scheme Team and stuff like that. I don't know about that. I don't really, that's not my thing, but I'm just doing it for those who was just sending requests. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, SaNeter? It's Najee from New Jersey. I'm gonna keep it real brief because I'm in the gym right now.
Go ahead, brother.
But I mean, when it comes to the whole snitching thing, I think that rules more or less apply to, like, homeboys or partners in crime.
Uh-huh.
But I think that television and entertainment, music, has kind of like romanticized the street. And, I mean, there's a lot of shady characters in the street. So this whole idea of not snitching, I mean, I did time in the federal prison, so I seen it, I seen crews turn against each other. I even seen, the FBI, basically want somebody so bad that they set up a scheme where they supplied the guns and the targets for the guy to rob the place, and they were sitting there waiting for him. So it's kind of like a real dirty game, and we kind of like deterred me from the street. It's when I was in the back seat, I was being transported by the federal marshal, and they asked where I was from. And they just sat, as they're transporting me, they had a whole conversation about guys in my neighborhood. They knew them by first name and last name. So there has to be informants out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's two different occupations. You know, we're out there for two, people that's in the street and law enforcement out there for two different reasons. We got to understand, they get paid to do this. So they got all the time in the world. They got 8 hours a day to do surveillance. They got 8 hours a day in finances to pay informants. So this whole romanticism of the streets, like there is no informants, that people are not going to trade up their homeboys to get back to the comfort of their home and trade freedom for 40 years. I mean, that's all the illusion. And I'm going to be the first one to say this, too, before I go. Pay attention to that Taxstone Troy Ave case. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to be the first one to say this. Taxstone could mess around and beat that case. You know what I'm saying? Because first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? So just pay attention to that. And that's going to be a case where technically both of them are going to have to snitch on each other to basically beat that case.
Damn.
There's no way around it. Listen, Taxstone is going to have to prove he didn't do it. Somebody did it. Troy Ave's going to have to prove that he didn't do it. Somebody did it. So that's going to be a classic case of snitching, no matter which way y'all cut it.
Right. All right. Thank you, brother. All right, man. Y'all hear it. Yeah, I see people is all bent up out of shape because I spelled the name wrong. I don't give a damn, man. I don't care about none of that. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I spelled Tekashi wrong. So what? Y'all know what it is. Check. Shit, y'all know what the hell I'm saying. Let me see. Let me get it right for y'all, man. Peace and Black Power, family. What's your name and where you calling from?
You know who this is, man. This is Bullets Gotti, man.
Oh, shit. My bad. I called him family. I take that family title back, brother. What's on your mind, man? You call in to drop information? You call in to bullshit? Or what? You call in to get the knowledge in?
Let me say this, SaNeter, man, and this is for your viewers, man. You brought in scheme.
Are you calling in to apologize like you did before, and then you go back on your apology because you thought thought Hassan was going to accept you into the team?
Brother,
like what the fuck is going on?
I've never dissed you,
brother. Listen, brother. Bullet, stop, Bullet. You called in about 2 months ago. And you apologize to the House of Consciousness team. Press one, family, if y'all heard him call in and apologize. And so what happened was, once
the House of Consciousness team went at me.
Yeah, but brother, stop it, brother. Listen, when Hassan got rid of one of his mods, you saw an opening. You said, "Oh shit." There's an opening here. I can get in here. Hold on. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you talk. You said to yourself, there's an opening. How do I get in? I got to diss SaNeter because I never said nothing to you after we made peace. You gets on the show, you start banging and going in on us, and now look what happened to you. Look what he did to you before the world, bro.
Let me explain something, man, and I'll say this to your platform, and I know it's a bunch of haters on your platform. Like I said, man, I find it funny how all these people hated me because I had no problem with Hassan Campbell. I'll say this on your platform. I have no beef with Hassan Campbell. He's a good dude. He never did nothing wrong to me, okay? But I find it funny, when I was banging on him, people had no problem supporting me, right? Y'all had no problem because y'all love that nigga shit. But because I'm on a different type of wave and a different type of light than a lot of you dudes, I get the hating, man. And I'm going to keep it real. A lot of y'all don't got no content, man. That's why y'all hate on me. I know y'all dudes is watching, the haters, just like you had the dude Scheme who took my whole formula and basically he ain't doing nothing right now, so he got to come on SaNeter platform. This is what these dudes do,
brother.
You know what I mean?
Brother, you calling in here trying to bang on people. Scheme. I'm the one that. Hold on, let me finish. Stop for 1 minute. Stop. I'm the one that called Scheme for an interview. Scheme did not call me, brother. See, so I got to keep it real. So when you making these claims, you're lying on brothers, saying that Scheme got to come over here. No, I contacted Scheme to ask him for an interview, not to bang on Gotti, not to bang on Hassan. Hold on, brother. Not to bang on Gotti or Hassan, but to bring some information about the streets, about Tekashi 6ix9ine and stuff like that. Notice he didn't talk about you. Notice we didn't bring your name up, brother. But you trying to call in here to make yourself relevant. Oh yeah, this is Bullets Gotti and that. Brother, you the one that's doing that. Brother, that's a weak chess move that you playing, bro.
Let me say something, brother. Let me say something, brother. I was lied on last week to say that I sent emails to people dissing other YouTubers and dissing Hassan Campbell with a fake email address. That came from your camp. That came from you, son.
Now, when you say stop, brother, you gotta stop, brother. When you say that came from your camp, stop. See, you just like a lot of these niggas. You like to throw rocks and hide your fucking hand, Bullets Gotti. You throw a lot of slurs and attacks and hide your hand. Dude, it was you who called out my name on Hassan platform. You thought I'd never hear it. But I'm not going to go back and go crazy and call you out and do all that. I'm not bringing none of that stuff on my platform. That's what you do. That's what y'all do. I don't do all of that crazy nonsense. Y'all do that stuff, brother.
Brother,
and now you want to cry. You want to cry like a baby because I said your name on Tommy Sotomayor platform. Get out of here,
brother. The people I see in your comment sections are the same people that have made videos about me, that have put lies about me, and all type of propaganda. Y'all putting a whole lot of bullshit.
Brother, you got to stop saying y'all. You got to stop saying y'all, man. I'm not gonna let you get through that.
Brother. You know my email,
number
brother.
one, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what nobody put out against you. You don't give a damn about me. You never been my friend. You talked about my wife. You talked about my family. So I don't give a damn what a nigga do to you. I don't give a damn. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you mad because Hassan took his goddamn wrench back from you. Brother, you wasn't sucking and buffing the knob good enough. Hold on. Hold your ass up. You wasn't sucking and buffing the goddamn knob good enough, nigga. You know? And now he done took it back from you. You thought you had a way in because he done stripped Derek. He done, I'm sorry, the kids in there, they came in the house? Oh, my bad. Damn, you lucky. My children came in. Damn, man. My bad, y'all. Well, they 18. They know what I'm talking. They see this shit. But anyway, because, Oh, okay, they walking the dog. So now I could get it in. Because you didn't buff the knob good enough and made it shine, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now you're hurt. Now you're upset. Now you want to blame everybody for Hassan taking the damn wrench from you. I know that mean a lot to you. I know you think that you're doing something because you are a moderator in his chat. But you know what you got to do? You know what you got to do, Derek? Derek, you know what you got to do to get the wrench back? Lick the crack of his ass, nigga. That's what you do best. Yeah. Lick the crack of his ass. You on everybody's shit, trying to bang on everybody, and then you come up in here and start crying. Get your faggot ass up out of here, nigga. Get out of here. This nigga, he bangs on everybody. I have no respect for this nigga. And why I say that? And I'm sorry, family, for getting at this dude the way I do on this live right now. But this is the type of Negroes that he disrespects my wife, my family, and then come on here and make a public apology. And what do? I tell my people, and press 1 if y'all know I'm right. I say, yo, family, everything is cool. Me and Bullets Gotti, we all right. You know, the brother came on here. He apologized to me. He apologized to my wife. And soon as Derek gets his wrench taken and get kicked out of the Hassan camp, what do this nigga do? He runs over there and said, now this is my opportunity to get in Hassan cut off Derek. Now I could get in. But in order for me to get in, I got to beat down SaNeter. And that's what he started doing over there. But I didn't give a damn. I'm like, okay, that's what he do. So I have absolutely no respect for that nigga. And I will never accept another apology from him because he's just like what we're talking about. Snitching and no loyalty no more. No loyalty. The streets are just as wicked as everybody else now, y'all. Did y'all hear me? There's no loyalty in the streets. There's no respect in the streets. The streets are just as much as a snitch as everybody else now. And it's coming from the people that you would never expect it. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
This Corinne from Missouri, sir.
Excuse me?
The Tekashi 6ix9ine, I hear about him all the time, but I don't know too much about the guy. But what bothers me is that when I look at this guy, he's supposed to be a gang member, right?
Yes.
Okay, is he with the Crips or Bloods or what, from New York or where?
He's from New York, Brooklyn.
Well, what Bloods or Crips gang would allow a guy, and I don't know why people aren't asking this question. Why are they allowing a guy with yellow rainbow hair who wants to go to the kitchen sink and dye his hair red, blue, green, and yellow, and then come to the gang members and they would accept something? What type of gang members would accept something that looked like that?
I'll tell you, my sister. They accepted him because they seen him as a meal ticket. Like I was asking Scheme, why are y'all so surprised that he would snitch now? Why are you surprised that he would snitch? I don't get it. I'm not surprised. He was never a gang member. He never put in the work like that. He never did nothing in the streets. So they was using the dude. They was using him as a meal ticket to come up where they never really, taught him the rules of this. They never really taught him about that. So I feel because he was kidnapped by some of his own members in the so-called gang where they robbed him and kidnapped him and all kinds of, I felt he probably said, you know what? Ain't no love here no more. I can't trust nobody here no more. That's what I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. But because they did that to him, he done said, yo, ain't no more. I'm going at everybody. That's what I think happened. And once the FBI get to him, they're going to sit him down and say, yeah, well, they're going to kill you. They're going to do this. You got to do something. If you want me to protect you, if you want us to protect you, you got to do this. You got to give this up. Or we'll throw you right back out there in the wolves and say you snitched anyway. That's how they do. Go ahead, sister. You got the last word.
But that almost sounds like he could have been planted there to disrupt the black community.
You got a point. You got a point there, too.
That sounds like a guy, because what gang member would accept somebody coming in? Gang members I know look hardcore. They don't have no rainbow hair and going to the kitchen sink and saying, dye my hair yellow, orange. This shit is crazy. I have never seen or heard nothing like that.
But you just said something that was powerful. You just said something that was powerful, and that was maybe he been planted there.
That's what I'm saying. This don't sound right. He's throwing everybody off. This all sounds like a joke to me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still with it. I know why ain't everybody asking about this rainbow dude? This is a rainbow dude. There's nothing more cool about it.
Yeah.
They know that guy was planted in there. Come on, people. Wake up. Stop falling for this nonsense.
Thank you, sister.
So, yeah, that's all I had to say, so it just makes no sense to me.
All right.
No gang members I know are going to allow rainbow dudes in their gang.
All right.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Peace and Black Power. I want you to know that I'm live. Hold up, Larry. I'm live right now. Hold up, Larry. I'm live right now, Larry. Can you pause it in the back? I hear a lot of noise.
All right, hold on. The same entities. Do you feel like that deja vu is warranted? Especially after listening to your first.
Oh, what you doing, Larry?
You're right. They're all the same players. I don't agree exactly.
Larry probably didn't know I was live. He calling in and didn't know I was live. Yo, Larry.
Yes, I know.
I want you to know that I'm live right now, so be careful what you're saying. Hey, let me ask you a question right quick. I'm going to call you when I finish this live. When we was doing the show today out there on 111th Street in 8th Avenue, what happened today? What strange happened today? Because I was just talking about that. I was telling the people what happened.
When the police drove by and shouted us out.
Right. That was crazy, yo.
Why that surprised you, son?
It don't surprise me, but for them, yeah, that did surprise me. Because they usually come to me and buy my videos and stuff like that and go back off. But it did surprise me when they shouted my name out through the goddamn police damn system. Now, Larry, remember you told the story how you don't want the police calling your name, brother, and they called your name.
SaNeter.
Yeah.
I also told you that was when I was on the plantation, right?
Right.
And they do shit like that to cast aspersions on you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When look, a lot of my drama inside was with the system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, I don't want to say I was a jailhouse lawyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's people who would call me that. You understand?
Right.
But that brings you into clashes with them, and they be fucking with you. So one of the ways they fuck with you is they try to make you look like you suspect. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's motherfuckers in there that'll stab you up for being suspect.
That's right. That's real
You know what I'm
talk.
saying? So they play games like
How
like
did
that.
you get out without no cut wounds and all of that, man? How did you get out of there without getting cut? How was you able to escape all these years, 25 years, brother, and you escaped that? How did you get out of there like that?
SaNeter, I never told you I escaped anything, right?
Uh-huh.
And I never told you, well, we wasn't really talking about me for real, but you know, I went through all that bullshit in there too. I was young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had friends, right? And your friends get you in a whole bunch of shit. I got in the race riots over my friends, not because of me, because of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had a real good friend. We was getting transferred together, right?
Right.
We was getting thrown out of jails, and we wound up on the same transport together and wound up in a spot. And this kid from another spot that he knew was worried that he was going to tell what the kid was up to in another spot, right?
Right.
But homie wasn't even thinking about this bird, right? But the bird, he was a Puerto Rican boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looked like a little girl. And when he was by himself, he was quiet as a church mouse, right? But while we was on the transfer, when we got to Elmira, it was like a whole bunch of little Puerto Ricans there, right? As soon as he got with them, they start eyeing my homie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't paying that shit no mind because we ain't thinking about them. But, you watch everything. You know what I'm saying? So the kid told them that my man wanted to do something to him, right? So they wound up trying to jump my man out in the rec yard. Now, we all locked up. This is solitary confinement rec yard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you how this shit go, right?
Right.
So now he in the yard with the Puerto Ricans, right?
Right.
So they get to jumping his ass, right? He fighting them off and shit, so I ain't fuck him up. They break it up. They bring him inside. And he telling us, yo, man, they hit like bitches. We gonna get them, right? So we like, well, fuck it. Whoever go in the yard with Puerto Rican, we just duff their ass out, right? So here come the police. It's motherfucker Palmer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying, listen, we don't like that jumping shit, right? We gonna put all y'all out in the yard, handle handle that shit. Just don't hit none of my officers, right?
Damn.
So we all agree police ain't got nothing to do with this. Long as they stay out the shit. When they say break it up, we gonna stop. But, you know, you gonna let us stuff these motherfuckers out for doing this shit to my man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they put us all out in the yard.
Damn, the police was with the shit too, huh?
Listen.
Setting everybody up.
SaNeter, listen, right? I told you, inside that motherfucker is different. It's concentrated bullshit. So the bullshit that go on out here, right? Just imagine, you got you see how you might have remember that police that used to come on 125th Street, used to fuck with people?
Yes, Pena. That's Officer Pena.
Okay. Now, imagine all the police is just like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they ass is locked up in there with you, right?
Right.
So this is what people don't get about that system, right? Not only the people that's locked up is locked up. The people that work there is locked up. They ass in there 8 hours a day, every motherfucking day. They start acting just like them other motherfuckers, right? So, seriously, SaNeter. So, like, sometimes you'll be locked in solitary confinement. Some dudes will throw shit on the police, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got police running around there throwing shit on the prisoners. Literally, physically, I'm not talking about no, like, paper one. I mean shit from the asshole. The police do that shit. Shit in the bag and shit, and come throw it on the motherfucker.
They call it
man.
shit them down. Shit them down.
Yeah, so the police do that shit too.
Yeah.
Right? They had a Puerto Rican police in El Mar. He was foul as a motherfucker.
Damn.
I mean, he had a reputation for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it gets crazy in there, man. Police be killing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Have you at any time ever witnessed a murder?
That's not
You ain't
what
gotta. No, listen. I ain't saying mention no names or nothing like that. But I'm saying, have you ever seen shit like that go down?
But SaNeter, listen to me, right? You can only talk about shit that don't have statutes of limitations.
Okay.
There's no statutes of limitations on murder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
was there any time that the homos came together? Hold on. Was there any time that the homo gang seen you and wanted to come at you? Because, you know, I know how you get it in.
No, SaNeter. Right, listen, right?
Go ahead.
Listen, straight up, right? Straight up. I was never a weak person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't go to prison as I'd been to reform school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went to reform school first. So I was like, listen, SaNeter, by the time they got me, remember, I had been used to no exaggeration, right? I'm a little dude, right? But there was a time when I could scare people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way that I was, right? And the shit that I was willing to do. Notice, right, SaNeter? What don't I like to be called?
Nigga.
You know why I don't like to be called that, SaNeter?
Why?
Because I used to be one, SaNeter. And I know what it really is, SaNeter. And I know what motherfuckers that think like that are capable of, SaNeter. I have knocked on people's doors, SaNeter, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the boom boom stick. You understand?
Right.
There is listen to what I'm saying to you, right? There is no bottom to that shit. When you serious, let's just say, remember, this is gonna shock the fuck out of a lot of people, right? Remember they was throwing that super predator shit around?
Right.
I know super predator side. Now, you know what a super predator is?
What is it?
You take a person, and their ass is a predator out here, right? Say they want to rob you, hit you upside your motherfucking head, and take your paycheck, right? You say, yo, man, this all the money I got to feed my bitch. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker, and smack you upside the head with the pistol, right? And then shoot you just for spite. You understand? I know motherfuckers like that, right? They get in the prison system, they don't stop being like that. They turn on the weaker motherfuckers around them. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yo, let me ask you, because we talking about a subject. Do you know anything? The topic we talking about is Tekashi 6ix9ine and how he ratted and turned to the feds. Do you know anything about that story that's going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine?
No,
I know you don't. I know, just like me, I don't either.
I see posters and I don't even read it.
Yeah, me neither. I don't be knowing that stuff either.
He got tattoos all over his face. I wouldn't know people like that. Know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. All right.
I wouldn't talk to people like that. I actually met a kid with tattoos on his necks and shit like that. He was in a gang, right? Spanish kid. Now this kid was actually fucking soft as butter, right? But he was Spanish and he was in one of the motherfucking gangs. He had a motherfucking tattoo with a hat with a skeleton on that motherfucking face and shit, right? And that was their gang logo. They all tattooed up and shit. I don't understand that shit, SaNeter. That shit got to hurt. I don't want to, you can't hurt me to make me join your shit. If I got to be hurt to belong, there ain't no shit I belong to. Got to love me into some shit. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got to abuse you to make sure that you loyal, to make sure you can take an ass whipping. If you dumb enough to take an ass whipping, I don't want you around me. I want a motherfucker that's smart, that can think, so he ain't got to take that ass whipping. You don't plan for an ass whipping. You plan how not to get one.
Right.
Anybody that's preparing you for an ass whipping is preparing you for defeat.
Yo, so
He preparing you for what's gonna happen.
So before you close out, man, what's going on with you and Facebook, man? Because I be seeing you wilding out, man. You still banging on the malls, brother?
Not Facebook, YouTube, SaNeter.
YouTube.
I'm blocked from YouTube.
Oh, you what?
Blocked from YouTube. You didn't know that?
Nah, why? What happened?
Man, they did my shit like they did Alex Jones.
Damn, that's because you be going crazy, man.
SaNeter, they ain't even tell me. They just shut my shit down, deleted my videos, and everything else on Google worked except YouTube. When I try to go to YouTube, the shit say can't do it. Try to do it again on this device. But all the videos for the channel was gone. But now, you know I had 3 channels open, right?
Right.
They did the active channel, the one with the email that I'm using, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 channels are still there. I can access them from YouTube.com. But if I try to go to them under my name, it don't let me access them. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They on some funny shit. That was after I posted some shit up about Trump.
Right. Yeah, the malls, man.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, before I go, let me just tell you, right? Didn't I tell you that motherfucker was a criminal?
Donald Trump. All right, don't say all that on my channel, man. Don't say all that on mine, man. Get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense, man. Peace and black power, man. I'll get to you later, man.
Shook ass.
Damn right. Larry, a funny dude. He just let us know that they took him down after going at Donald Trump, and I remember that. Then you want to come over here and talk about Donald Trump. Come on, man, Larry. What is you doing, man? No loyalty. That's that snitching shit, see?
Precise elevation of law.
To accept, press 1.
Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, peace. Yo, this precise elevation of law. I'm on 90-something. I said when I get to 100 calls, I'm not calling no more.
Oh,
peace,
man. Damn, man. How many times you called?
Man, I'm at like 92 right now. Like, I kept trying to get in.
What's going on? You in here, brother. What's going on?
Well, first, I'm gonna say something about Tekashi, but I've been calling for a while, so I wanted to say something on the OG Mac thing, right?
Go ahead.
Not excusing him, he was a snitch, right? Because he told on somebody, but he was about 15 years old when he told, and he was caught up on like some Central Park 5 shit, like the police had snatched him up, beat him up and shit. He was 15 years old. And he lied on the dude and said, yeah, well, that's the dude that did the robbery over there. OG Mac didn't even know the dude that he was telling on. You know what I mean? Like he still told, but he was a kid, and you know what I mean. It was some old police fucked him up shit, but you know what I mean. He did do what he do. I just wanted to put it in perspective or whatever. And as far as that Tekashi situation, right?
Right.
Hey, bro, I don't feel sorry for nobody involved in that situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you was to go back to the early Tekashi before he had the tattoos, you could look at this dude and you could tell he's not built for nothing. You know what I mean? And those dudes being street dudes, those dudes being from the environments that they're from, they knew themselves that he wasn't cut from that
That's
cloth,
what I
bro.
was saying. They used him as a meal ticket, but they did it wrong, bro. They played the wrong chess game with him. They were supposed to protect him. Check it out. If I would have had hands on him, I would have protected him. I would have guided him what to do, what not to do, what not to get involved in. Don't get involved in that. Brother, that's their meal ticket right there. You shape and mold that dude to take over. You see, like what Biggie was doing. What was Biggie doing?
Right.
Biggie was bringing in everybody from Brooklyn. You were supposed to shape him just like the brother was doing out there in California, man, before they killed him savagely. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man.
Yeah, facts. I feel that because, you know, like, but before I became conscious, I used to be Damu, bro. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And we used to have a saying to be like, yo, dude's not blood material. Like, before a dude get, like, banged in or whatever, and according to 6ix9ine testimony, he didn't have to get jumped in. They just let him be a part of the game.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he would, like, he didn't have to go through nothing. But, like, we'll be like, yo, he's not blood material. But I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. It was a lot of it was a lot of shit that was going on that no real nigga wanted to be around blood niggas, bro. Like all the real homies is really like it was separated as fuck. Like if you was to look at Flip the Script podcast, the same way they act right there, that's where the whole shit is. You know what I mean? If the Kings is acting like that, you know what the younger ones is doing. Like you know what I mean? The whole shit is like that. You know what I mean? But about 85% of the motherfuckers that I was banging for and that I was getting into this and that for, bro, wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. Like, shit always turned out bad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when I caught my case, one of the Codies, like, you know what I mean? I knew from the gate that they wasn't built for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I knew from the gate. And for years, I was in prison, and I blinked, you know what I'm saying, like everybody else but my fucking self, because I knew before we went and did what we did that, yo, we get caught, this motherfucker go tell. I knew it. You know what I mean? It was no doubt in my mind. So it was the only person for it was mine. I should have backed out of that shit. Like, nah, Because this nigga right here is gonna tell. You know what I mean? And then you got the nigga calling shots. Like, y'all giving him power he should have never had. Like, think about the real homies that he was able to disrespect. Because he was disrespecting real homies out in public.